Our lesson topic for today is economic activities in rural area, lesson 2, that is speaking. Before I proceed today's lesson, I would like to give you some hints what we did last time. You remember, students, what we did last time was Unit 1, that is economic activities in rural area. That is lesson 1. The topic was how to identify the main idea from the reading text. You remember what we did in the session? Of course, you were. We did some of the words that are important to identify the main idea of a given text. You remember these words of farm activities and non-farm activities. I was trying to give you some of the difference between the two words, and also I was trying to give you some hints and the kind of activities that's going on in the rural area regarding to these two kinds of activities that's going on everywhere in every part of the country. And besides that, I was trying to show you how to get the main idea in the given sentence, in the given text. Don't forget that. You have to bear in mind that how the main words are frequently used in different ways. Those frequently words usually leads you to identify the main idea of the text or the reading passage. Now let's go and proceed. What we are going to see today is economic activity, Unit 1, that is a part of what? Speaking. That is speaking. What are we speak today? Speaking is a part of that is Unit 1. It is under Lesson 2. Lesson 2, speaking. What are you going to speak? Good. I would like to tell you what we are going on today. Hopefully that I'm writing this question. What do you do every day? What do you do every day? I'm sure that you are on the way to understand what we are going to talk about today. Hopefully that regarding the area that we have been discussing so far in the previous unit, that is Unit 1, you are trying to tell me that a kind of activities that have been carried on in your area, in your village, in our country, kind of activities regarding those issues. So those activities or those sentences leads us to talk about today's issue. What do you every day is an issue which is talking about tense. What kind of tense is it? Oh, that's interesting one. I'm talking about simple present tense. That is simple present tense, or present simple. Simple present. Or in other words, you may call it that is present simple. They are both same, no difference at all. So this question leads you, what do you do every day? I'm sure that you are going to tell to your friends, you are going to tell to your families what you do in your day-to-day life, the routine life, what we do. Yeah, you are a student, aren't you? I'm a teacher. I do have my own job, what I'm going to do in my day-to-day activities. Everyone do have his own job, what is going on in his day-to-day activities. So all these are, what you call them, they are routine activities, or our day-to-day activities. So to make these sentences regarding these tense, we have to know some important verbs. Of course, verbs are there a lot in number, definitely. But those verbs have to be what? Action verbs. Yeah, action verbs. For example, I'm going to write some of the words which help us to talk about our daily activities. Do, right? You see, play, go, You see, wash, wear. Let's going to do this. You are always familiar about these verbs. Not only these, there are a lot. I've just put here are the sample examples. What do you do here now? Let's go. We do our homework. Yeah, you do your homework. That's your day-to-day activity. You do your classwork. That's your day-to-day activity. So, do is a very important word which helps us to talk about what we are going on in our activity in the classroom as well as at home. So, using simple present tense is a very important part of a tense that we are able to develop our speaking skill while you are using this kind of verbs. But don't forget that these are not the only verbs which help us to talk about simple present tense. There are a lot in number, any kind of activity. Yeah, you are welcome to play with the different kinds of games with the friends, using different kinds of verbs so as to use in such a way. Okay, I play, you can say that, so right? I do my homework. You see, homework. I do my homework. That's your day-to-day activity. Yeah, without doing your homework, your teacher can't confirm your exercise book. Unless you are doing your homework, you can't understand what the teacher is teaching you in the classroom. Therefore, these are very important verbs. I play, definitely. Playing is very important. I play with my friends. With my friends. You see, you may play with your friends. You may play with his what? With your parents. Yeah. You may play with your teachers too. There are kind of games that the teachers are teaching you so as to understand any kind of lesson in the classroom. So, play is also another important verb to use in the case of what? Simple present tense, or to talk about your day-to-day activity. Yeah, again, I get school. Good. I get school. Definitely. Yeah, I get school. It's your day-to-day activity. You go to school, you go to shop, you go to market, whatever it is, this is an activity that we do in our daily life. Very nice. I wash my hand is before what? I ate. Definitely, it's no doubt at all. Yeah, I wash my hands before you eat, definitely. Yeah, don't forget that. If you are having your meal, any kind of meal, don't forget that washing hands properly, in the right way. Be sure that. So, wash is an activity that you are doing in your day-to-day life, the whole day. You get up early in the morning. I get up early in the morning. Get is another word. Get. Unless you are getting up early in the morning, you may late at school, or you may late to school. Therefore, you have to get up early in the morning. It's also another, I wear my uniform. Very nice. I wear my uniform. Yeah, without your uniform, no school doesn't allow you to enter into the compound. No one is giving you any permission just to move here and then. Even in the sports class, you have to have your own wearing clothes that allows only for that class, for that session. So these and some other verbs are very important to talk about your daily life. Let's go and see some of the question. What do you do? What does your father or mother do? What does your father or mother do? Yeah, it's not only you. But also different peoples do have different kinds of activities. So what do they do? Of course, they go to home, they go to office, they go to shopping, yeah. They write something, it's okay. Or they prepare a kind of food for children. You see? Again, these are some of the activities. Go is common for all, is all right? Yeah, prepare. What do they prepare? Very nice, that's it. Your mom, she wakes up early in the morning, or she gets up early in the morning and prepares what? Food for her children. Isn't it? Same is dad too, right? Your father also do the same thing, maybe. Therefore, prepare is one part of a verb, which tells us about an action, so as to use in your day-to-day life or routine activities. It's not only that, okay? Shop, yeah. Shop is a noun as well as also function as a verb too, right? I shop too. I shop. I shop different kinds of what? Items for the house. So shop is also functioned as a verb. It's also used as a noun. Therefore, shop is also possible. Go is out. My father goes to office. See, my father goes to office. See, my father goes to working place. It's maybe working place, it's common for all, right? So these are the activities. Again, prepare. I prepare food. Yeah. You are able to prepare your own food yourself, definitely. Yeah. What do you do at home? Oh, maybe, let's say, who's going to prepare his day-to-day life by helping his parents? Yeah. His mom especially, okay? Yeah, both girls and boys are, I'm sure that you are always ready to help your parents beautifully. So, I prepare, you see, prepare my breakfast. Yeah. I prepare my breakfast. This is your day-to-day action. Yeah, you don't allow to anyone to prepare your breakfast. Only you. This may be very simple lunch that you are taking for your just break times, maybe snack. Okay, that's it. So I prepare my breakfast. I prepare, or your mom prepare your lunch, etc. Shop. And again, let's go and see some other right. Okay. Listen, read, again speak. These are all the action verbs. What do you do? When do you do? Whenever and wherever it is, we are able to use these action verbs so as to talk about simple present tense. Sentences. Listen to me very carefully. Simple present tense is a very important tense which help us to express our day-to-day activity with no mixing of with other tenses. Since you are practicing simple present tense, when you go to the next tense, we'll see it in the next chapter, hopefully, you'll practice beautifully without any difficulties. Therefore, write, listen, read, speak. And now I'd like to give you some time, and then you are welcome to prepare your own sentences. Take time. Yeah, share to each other, please. Come on. Share what you are doing to your friends. Share to each other. Oh, who's going to do his sentence beautifully? And most of all, very nice. That is what I need. Very interesting one. Good. Share to your friends. I'm sure that you do this sentence in such a way. See? I write my questions on my exercise book. I write my questions, the questions that are given by the teacher, the questions that might be given by other persons. So I write a letter to my father. I write a letter to my mother, right? So write is very important. That's what. Doing day-to-day activity. What do you write? You may write, okay, what you are going to have for today's lunch. What do you need today? List down what you need for the coming breakfast, lunchtime, or breakfast, or it's maybe that's dinner. You list down, it's okay? All right, list of what? Food that I want for today. This is activity, you're right. The same is true, right? And when you go to at school, right, you are going to do a lot of activities that's given by the teacher regarding the topic, regarding the lesson, whatever it is, okay? You are welcome to write every activities. Without any activities, you can't perform your lesson in the right way. That's it. Yeah, I listen to home. My teacher, where? In the classroom. Good. I listen to my teacher in the classroom. Unless you are listening to your teacher, that's your day-to-day activity. You listen to your mother, you listen to your parents, you listen to your older brothers and sisters, you listen to the teachers, you listen to others, who gives you any kind of, advice that helps you. I listen to my teacher. Without listening, you can't understand what's going on today. Come on again. Very nice. You did it like beautifully. I read a text about economic activities in rural areas. I read a text about economic activities in rural areas. And then what do? And then I do my homework. And then I respond these questions to the teacher. You see now, still now, you are using every actions in the simple present tense. So simple present tense is a powerful tense, okay, that we usually use in our day-to-day life. The same is true. I speak. Yeah, I speak with my teacher. I speak with my teacher. I speak with my teacher. I speak with my friend. I speak with my friends too. These are all the actions that you are performing in your day-to-day activities. The other thing that you have to bear in mind is that when it comes in the case of simple present tense, don't forget these frequency adverbs. Very important adverbs, please, come on. That means you can use always in all cases the verbs that we have discussed so far. So I always speak with my father. I always listen to. You see, these frequency adverbs are very important. Yeah. Sometimes we are able to use these frequency adverbs in the case of what? Simple present tense. Not only this one, always. Sometimes. It's another adverb, right? Sometimes. I sometimes go to library so as to refer some books. I sometimes go to library to refer to some books, some issues, some activities. So sometimes is another frequency adverb that you use in the case of simple present tense. Not only sometimes, usually, yeah. I usually give my exercise book to my teacher in order to check my works. Usually is also a very important adverb. But these are adverbs, right? That's why, because we usually use these adverbs if that is necessary, while we are using simple present tense in every context. It's not only that. Always, sometimes, usually, never is also another adverb, okay? Never, yeah. See? I never came to school without doing my homework. I never came to school without doing my homework. Let me write the sentence on the board, please. I never came to school without doing my homework. You see now, yes, it's I never came to school without doing my homework. See, never. She never comes, if you like, don't forget that. Never comes. See? Here now there is this. Because don't forget that the rule of third person singular. Third person singulars, in the case of simple present tense, they take what? S after the main verb. After the action verb, they always take what? That is S. In the case of third person, I mean that third person in a sense, these are third person singulars, okay? She, he, and it. Of course, they belong to third person, but it's not singular, it is plural. In such a case, it doesn't take S after subject. So, the same is true. You are welcome to use this never, I usually, I sometimes, and also I always are possible. You see? Contexts. But we have to change in such a ways, right? I always come to school doing my homework. Don't say that without... Yeah, that's why, because it changes its meaning. Be careful. Have you got me? Yeah, be careful. Be careful. So, right, never is always it's a negative. Therefore, tells us about how we are going on in our day-to-day life. What the teachers are expecting from us. At the same time, what our parents are expecting from us. What we do in our day-to-day life. The same is true. She never comes. Yeah, my mother never comes. Yes? My mother never goes, see? My mother never goes to my mother, right? Same. Yeah? Never goes to office without carrying her wet bag. You see? So, never goes. Is my mother and she are both same. He is also replaced by in such a ways, okay? This is very important issue. Always, sometimes, usually, never. Not only these adverbs, there are also a lot of frequency adverbs that are common, so as to use simple present tense. Next is this. Let me give you that some of the activities. Activity 1. Right? Identify the simple present tenses. Simple present tenses. Among the given alternatives, among the given sentences, Yeah. Yeah, I play football yesterday. I sometimes watch movies. My father wear a necktie. She prepares a snack for her children. Yeah, that's number 5. They went to shopping. Look at these 5 sentences. What do you think are simple present tense? Identify only the simple present tense. Let me give you that some time and date and share with your friends as usual. Yeah, come on, students. That's interesting. Very nice. I played football yesterday. What kind of tense is it? Does it belong to simple present tense? No. It's not simple present tense. Because it is past tense. Because the time adverb is yesterday. I sometimes watch movies. Definitely. It tells about my day-to-day activity. Yeah. Therefore, it's obvious that this is right. This is simple present tense. My father usually wears a necktie. My father usually wears a necktie. This is also your father's day-to-day style of wearing, right? Yeah, there's a necktie. Now it's a necktie. That's it. Necktie means it is. Therefore, my father usually wears a necktie. It is simple present tense. Right? Same is true. She prepares snack for her children. That is her day-to-day activity. Therefore, the sentence also stands for what? Simple present tense. They went to shopping. Good. See? Went is a past form of what is go. Therefore, it's not simple present tense. I'm sure that students, you got some ideas about what simple present tense and or present simple. Till we meet next time. Thank you. Say goodbye, students. Goodbye.